Hey guys, welcome to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how we made a custom AI chatbot for a health and fitness company that interacts very much like a human using Botpress. So since I have an AI automation agency and we're already building these bots for customers and clients and whatnot, so I just thought to myself, why not put some video tutorials out, explaining how exactly we're going about doing this and what tech stack we're using and all that. And that way, some people on YouTube can hopefully, get some value from my YouTube video and learn from it. And I will also be able to, document my journey here. So this particular bot helps increase sign-up rates on your website and automate repetitive tasks that you go about doing daily while providing an extremely human-like experience as soon as someone visits the website. So the tech stack we use in this video is just Botpress, but I will be covering a lot of these, other integrations as they appear in Stack AI and all of those in later videos as we make more and more complex bots, automations, and just custom pieces of AI software for our customers. So yeah, let's get right into it. And the main goal of this chatbot, though, is that, in an ideal world, we want every single person who visits our customer's website to sign up for their service, for a free trial or like a paid trial or whatever it is. We want every single person, 100% conversion rate. Now, obviously, that's not possible, but we try to edge towards that as much as we can. So throughout this demo, you guys will see that we have strategically tried to sell two ideas in the conversation with the chatbot. Idea number one, why the potential customer should even start learning MMA in the first place. And idea number two, why the potential customer should learn MMA at our client's gym. So what this does is that it helps push the customer just a little by little into what we want them to do, which is to book a free trial with our customer. So basically what we have here is an AI salesperson and a customer service rep all in one that, hopefully sounds human. So yeah, let's get on with the demo. So I'm going to be taking you guys through all the decision trees in the bot that we made. So currently we have 3 decision trees right off the bat, as you guys can tell. And then after that, what happens is all of these decision trees just come together and converge towards the end, which is either you want to book a trial or you want to ask a question, but we'll get into all that later. But yeah, let's try to begin first. So first we have, customer engages the chat. And then we are greeted with a message. And then we ask them a question saying, what brings you here today? And usually when you go to an MMA website, you are there for one of 3 reasons, right? Number 1, you've never learned MMA and you want to get into it. Number 2, you want to continue your MMA because you moved to a different city or whatever. And then number 3, you're looking for MMA classes for your children. Let's just first start with the first flow, which is starting our MMA journey. So yeah, this flow is for people who are new to MMA and they have, either decided which discipline they want to train in already, or they need help deciding which MMA to pick. So for example, let's say they were to click like karate, right? We would give them a little bit more information about karate. And then after that, we would tell them that, hey, if you have any questions about prices, instructors, scheduling, or safety, please, feel free to ask us. Or if you don't have any question, then you want to go to the next step, you want to book a trial class with us, they can also do that. So for example, let's say, you don't have any questions, you would go, I'm ready to reach new heights. And then after that, we basically just prompt them to book a trial. So that's the very, very basic first flow. But let's get into the second flow, which is, if you don't know what to do, and we're going to help you decide. So let's see, starting my journey. And then after that, help me decide. When the user clicks help me decide, we basically just make them take a quiz. And what the quiz basically does is that it just asks them some questions, gathers some knowledge about what the potential customer is looking for, and then we match them with an MMA discipline that is offered by our gym. So let's go through the quiz together and let's see what our system recommends. So let's say, what your primary goal in learning martial arts is. Let's say I want to do physical fitness and conditioning. And then let's say, I don't have too much time, but I do want to dedicate some time, so 5 to 10 hours. And then we have, what's your preferred intensity level? Let's do high intensity. I like high intensity. And then they ask you, do you want to do fast-paced striking or grappling? I'm a striker, so I'm going to go with fast-paced striking. So let's see what our AI system recommends. So yeah, as you guys can see, we recommended them kickboxing, And this is where we're trying to get them to understand what kickboxing is all about, sell them the idea of kickboxing. And number 2, we're trying to sell them why they should start kickboxing at our client's gym in the first place. So, and then we push them saying that, hey, if you have any questions about prices, instructors, scheduling, safety, again, please feel free to ask, or we can book the next trial. since I've already shown you guys what happens when we try to book the trial, let me show you guys what happens when we say I have a question. So we have a question, and then this is where the user gets to ask any question they want about anything. But obviously, the way that our system is set up, we use GPT-3 to answer these questions, GPT 3.5 Turbo, sorry. So basically, the way this works is that we try to answer every single question that we can that is about mixed martial arts in general, or number two, about our client's gym in general, right? But for example, if a user asks a question that is completely not related to those things, we say something like this. So let's say, like, what is a mango? I don't know why I'm going to be asking that, but let's just ask that for the sake of this. It's a mango. And then we have, hey, I'm sorry, I can only provide information related to MMA and training about our gym, but if you have any questions on MMA, I'd be happy to help. And then we ask them, hey, do you have any more questions, or do you want to go to book a trial, right? So here is where so let's say, you have another question that is something to do with MMA. So let's do like, what are the prices? Let's ask them about the prices. So then we're like, hey, our gym offers a variety of classes at affordable price. Obviously, this is not like real prices. I just made it up for the demo purposes, but I hope you guys get the point. And then let's ask it something that is nothing to do with our client's gym, but in general, it has something to do with MMA. So let's do, how can MMA help me in life? All right, let's see, we ask that. And now, as you can see, in this answer, we're again trying to sell two things. Like I said earlier, number one, why they should start MMA, because we want them to feel empowered. We want them to be able to protect themselves, protect their families, feel comfortable in their own skin. That's the type of marketing angle that I use personally. And number two, why they should do it at our gym. Why is our gym the best? Why can we teach you more than what others can teach you? So those are the two types of selling points that I've incorporated into this bot here for our customers. So, and then we keep asking them, hey, do you have any more questions, or do you want to book the trial? So if you book a trial, we'll be like, hey, that's wonderful. And then it takes you to book the trial for our client's gym. But, also the bot says that, hey, just in case you have any other questions, I'll still stick around. And I feel like this part really exhibits its human-like capabilities. So yeah, let's just quickly go through how I made these nodes and whatnot. We won't be diving too deep into it at the moment, just to keep this video a little bit shorter, but I'll go over like the general flow. So yeah, we start saying hi, whatever. So we go to this node. In this node, we have a multiple choice. Obviously, as you guys saw earlier, we collect information as it's starting my journey, continuing my journey, and then each of these decisions leads to a different flow, right? So you're MMA for yourself, right? And then you have karate, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu. And then if you want to help me decide, then we take you to this quiz card right here. And this quiz card, this part is hard-coded, but here, all the questions that we ask the user to understand what they're looking for in their MMA journey. And then we feed all of this into GPT 3.5. And this is where kind of like the magic happens. Basically, this is a prompt that we've engineered to output. So this is the prompt that we've engineered basically in a way that it will take in all the inputs that we've collected from our customer, their primary goal, intensity level, time allotment, and whatever. And then it will return us two things. It'll return, like it'll give a sales pitch as to why they should learn that particular martial art, and why they should do it at our gym, and also it'll save it in a different variable called AI Rick. So, I can show it to you guys one more time. Basically, it's just starting on my journey. Help me decide. Fitness. Let's just quickly go through this. More than 10 hours. Low intensity. Tactical grappling. And then, as you guys can see here, it says AI task completed. So this is where an AI task comes in. The execute code, this is nothing too crazy. All it does is that it just sets a workflow variable that we use later on in our flow. So always, and then we go to this part. In this part, we're saying, hey, if you have any questions about prices, instructors, scheduling, safety, please feel free to ask us. Otherwise, or if you want to get in the ring, we can do that too. And after that, it just takes them to a trial plug and whatnot. So the way this works is that we've divided our question answering state machines into two different types of states. State number one is that the question that you're asking, the answer to that question has been found in the knowledge base that we've uploaded. And for those of you who don't know, knowledge base is just like the information about like your client services, or like what type of martial arts we have, or the prices and all and whatnot. So if you ask it any questions about prices, instructors, scheduling, or safety, it should get that answer from the knowledge base. Or if you have general MMA questions that aren't really related to our client's gym, then we don't go into the knowledge base. So for example, here, in this card, we have check knowledge base. So user asks a question, and then here we have, hey, check if our knowledge base responded. So this is just the way I check it. I'm sure there's different ways to check it, but this is just the way I do it. Saying, hey, if knowledge base has responded, that means that the question asked has something to do with our client's gym, and we have an answer pre-written for that inside our knowledge base, right? So, and then we go into knowledge base AI, and then here we have basically just another prompt, a pretty small prompt to say that I want you to take the answer and I want you to humanize the answer as much as possible, so our customer really feels like they're talking to a human being, right? Now, the other flow is a bit more interesting, as let's say, this condition doesn't hit, then we go to the always, and then always will go to this card right here, not in KBAI, right? Here, we have done a little bit of prompt engineering, and kudos to Botpress for this. We have 4,000 words we can use to prompt engineer, but we only use 567. I'm sure if we use all 4,000, the performance will be better, but as we get better later on, we'll try to use more words. But as of now, this is all the prompt engineering that we have done. And basically what this prompt engineering does is that it separates this question as well into two different types of questions. Question number one, a question that has something to do with MMA in general, or question number two that has nothing to do with MMA at all. So for example, if you ask like, what is the color of my car? The mango question I asked earlier is just going to tell you, hey, I cannot answer any questions about that. But if you have any questions to do with MMA, we make sure to sell you why, again, you should do MMA, and number two, why you should do our client's gym. So what these things really do is that in every single conversation that a customer has with the chatbot, they are being pushed towards trying this new discipline of MMA, and also they're being pushed towards trying our client's gym. Our job for our clients is to make sure that anyone who chats with the chatbot books a trial. That's the metric that we monitor most of the time. So I think that's why we have made sure to sell our client services in every single step. And that's why we have engineered this prompt right here. So yeah, basically that's the main flow. And then if you want to go to the other flows, we can do that too. So you want to go continue your MMA training flow. And then our rationale behind was, hey, if you're continuing MMA training, you probably already know what you want to do. So you can pick from one of these, and then it just goes back to like the same flow, I get for a new customer. But a little bit of a more interesting flow would be, let's say you're trying to find, a class for your kids, right? So you have, let's say you want to find a class for your kids, and then we give you this long message. Basically, in this message, we tell you that, hey, before we proceed, I'd like to emphasize a few key aspects. We are making sure that safety is a top priority for your kids. We make sure that there's engagement alerts, and then we just basically sell the idea of how good our client's MMA gym is in terms of training for kids, right? So, and then let's say, we potentially can have different, types of trainings for different types of age groups. So we have 7 to 13, right? And then here we give them again, we have a mini ninjas program, obviously. And then in that program, you're going to learn respect, discipline, teamwork, and all that stuff. And then you get to ask a question, and then or you get to book a trial again. So if you want to ask a question, let's ask it some curveball questions. So how do I know my kids will be safe? So as you guys can see here, no valid answer found in the knowledge base, right? But the way that we have prompt engineered our AI, the GPT 3.5 Turbo AI that we're using, helps us answer this question really well. So it says, say if you're a student top priority, you instructor, blah, 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 and all that stuff. So what we're basically trying to do here is trying to ease the parent's mind as much as possible, right? Because I don't have any kids, but I would assume that giving your kids away to a bunch of random dudes who are fighting is an extremely terrifying thing. So that's why we try to, make them understand that, hey, we're not just giving your kids away to random people. We're trained, safety is our priority, and your kid will really get a lot out of this class. We try to get those ideas across to parents who are looking for their kids' martial arts journey. So yeah, this video was just like an introduction. So what kind of chatbots we're trying to develop for businesses. And in later videos, obviously, I'm going to be diving deeper into the nitty-gritty of Botpress and how to really structure your flows, how to make loops, and how to really just engineer prompts so you can get that human-like feeling when you're talking to it. But yeah, if you are a business owner or a startup or even a well-established company that is looking to get into AI automation and chatbots and all, you can schedule a discovery call with me and my company, and I myself will sit down with you and go through your business top to bottom and really try to figure out where we can save you some more time or where we can make you money using all these new advancements in AI that are taking place at an exponential rate. For that, you guys can check out my website in the description, and I will also put a link to booking a call with me. I hope you guys enjoyed the first video on the channel. I know it wasn't too in-depth, but please subscribe so that in the future you guys are notified for new videos that go like even much deeper into how really to structure bots and how to make as human-like bots as possible. And if you guys want the download link to the bot, you guys can DM me on Instagram and also comment on the YouTube video so that I know that there's demand for this, so that I can upload the bot somewhere where you guys can easily be able to download it from. And then, that will hopefully give you like a good point of reference to what Botpress can do for you and how you guys can also make bots like these. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to, comment. And as I said before, if you're a business looking to get into this, please feel free to book a call with us so that we can talk about how we can potentially use AI in your business. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys in the next video.